Hey guys, good morning. I was put on call this morning. Why are all these handles upside down? Oh my gosh. I wonder if I'm stressed with this. That is so strange. So I knew going back to work, since I'm not considered full-time, I'm just scheduling myself extra shifts because I don't want to commit to 3 shifts every single week. So I'm scheduling myself, I'm rotating. I think I've talked about this. One week I'm doing 1 12 and 2 8s, and the next week I'm doing 2 12s and 1 8. But anything over my 1 12 shift an hour is an extra shift. So yeah, for right now, until I get back full-time, which there's not an actual full-time position available, I have to just schedule myself extra shifts and hope that they need me. They didn't need me this morning, so yeah, I was feeling kind of down about myself, and I was just laying around and I was like, did I do the right thing? I'm just gonna have a relaxing day, I guess. What else am I going to do? Because I already have all my YouTube stuff done, and I have my Etsy stuff going, and my new printer just came in, but I don't know how to set it up, so Andres has to do it. And so I was just like, oh, today's gonna be a waste of a day. It's ugly outside, it's super rainy. I knew I wasn't gonna go work out this morning because Emmy has sharks tonight, and so I was like, well, I'll just work out tonight since Andres is working during the day, and we'll just go to the gym tonight. So I was laying on the couch, catching up on shows. I have the originals playing or on pause right now, and I'm just laying here, and I probably ate way too much for breakfast, and I was like scrolling through Facebook, and I saw this post that really hit home for me, and I read it, and I'm going to read it to you guys, and I was like, yes, let me read it. Girl, get a hold of your life. Stop medicating. Stop hiding out, stop being afraid, stop giving away pieces of yourself, stop saying you can't do it. Stop the negative self-talk, stop abusing your body, stop putting it off for tomorrow or Monday or next year. Stop crying about what happened and take control of what happens next. Get up right now. Rise up from where you've been, scrub away the tears and the pain of yesterday, and start again. Girl, wash your face. And I don't know why. I'm actually gonna take a picture, a screenshot of this and post it to my Instagram. I don't know why. I just read that as I was laying on the couch. Like I said, as I had a little too much pork. I had pork tacos for breakfast on carbs and tortillas, but then I had a cookie after. You know, it's like today, because I didn't go to work, it just was like, oh my gosh, this was my whole purpose of having everyone in school. And like, it just was a true downer for me today. And so once I once I read it, I was like, they're so right. Get your butt up off this couch, make the best of your day, and work. Work. You know what I mean? Like, I needed to read that, and I thought that was an awesome motivator. Thank you to my friend Amanda, who posted that on Facebook, because I needed to read that. I did. So one of the things that I actually had on my agenda for next week was to film a breakfast freezer video, and I have breakfast burritos and muffins and pancakes and egg bites on the agenda, and I was like, you know what? Get your butt up and do it now. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm not ready for lunch because I way stuffed my face for breakfast. And my shows, I mean, these shows, like, I can play while I'm cooking and I can still watch them. There's nobody else here. I can have them as loud as I want. So I needed to read that, and I needed to hear that. And if you guys needed to hear that, I'm going to post it on my social media so you guys can refer back to it and save it if you want. I feel like it was a really great reminder to just be like, yes girl, get it together. By the way, I am going to be filming this freezer making day and freezer breakfast ideas. I am going to be filming it, and it will be up on my channel. I think I have it scheduled sometime next week, I believe, so look out for that. And I'll probably film a tiny bit of the process here, but yeah, because I'm home, why not? I know I look like a hot mess with my hair and everything, but I've been cooking the last like hour and a half or so. I took a little bit of a break to talk to my mom. I took a break to talk to Bianca. She came over on her lunch break to talk about the nut sale for Girl Scouts and all of that. I cleaned a couple dishes in between. So yes, that should be up on my channel in the next few weeks. but I got through about a month's worth of breakfast for my girls for school. So I'm really excited. That makes me feel so much better. Now I feel good about sitting down and watching a show and eating lunch and just chilling, because this is something that was on my to-do list next week and I got it done today. So I feel pretty productive. Now dishes, but I will do dishes later because nobody wants to do those right now. What else? That's about all I did. Sent out some emails. So yeah, I'm going to rest and relax for a little bit and then get moving on this kitchen, figuring out, I think we're gonna have leftover chili tonight for dinner. I think so. I have chicken in there and sausage. So I could make something else, but honestly, I think leftovers is gonna be the way to go. So we'll see, but I feel very excited, very proud of myself to get that done. I had to laugh. I just got off the phone with my mom. I'm actually about to leave. I was finishing up the vlog, or trying to finish up the vlog. I put up what's for dinner video. So pretty much what I'm doing with my what's for dinner videos is like, because I'm not filming every single night, because some nights I've filmed it in the last one because we repeat a lot of meals, or if it's leftovers, most of the time I'm not including leftovers. Like I did yesterday's dinner, the chili, but I won't show it again tonight when we have it and things like that. So when I accumulate 7 nights of dinners, I'm putting it up in a video. And I'm doing the same thing with lunches, because she's not eating or taking lunches every day. Sometimes she's eating at school. As soon as we accumulate 5, I'm putting it up in a video for you guys. And that just seems to be kind of how it's been working for me, and it keeps me more consistent. So anyway, I edited that and got it up, and now I'm trying to edit the vlog for tonight. It's 4:15 and I want to go to a 5:30 snake pit class because my old trainer Mike is teaching it. So I want to see what his snake pits are like. So what I'm thinking, Emmy has swim, so I'm gonna pack up her stuff for her, pack them all up, PB&Js and a bag of chips because they will love that, and some juice pouches. Winning right here. Great mom. Great mom. But I know they'll love that. They can eat it in the car. And we're gonna go to the YMCA so I can do a snake pit before Emmy can change and do her swim class, and then we can come home and have a little snack. She can finish up any homework she has and then go to bed. So I had to laugh though, because I'm like trying to get all these things done so I can do that, and I look like a hot freaking mess. And I got off the phone with my mom. My mom loves Color Street. Like I put a sample on her nail and she's like, I can't get it off. I'm so impressed. I love these things and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I sent her the link to order, which by the way, if you're interested, you can order down below, but I sent her the link to order, and she called me and she's like, you need to go through these with me. I have $260 in my cart. I was like, okay, mom. She's so funny. So funny. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I went through all the colors with her and I was like, okay, that one, I think I have something similar that we can use. Because I told her, I was like, I have a whole bunch too, different than the ones that she got, so her and I can share, because in one pack you can easily get 2 manicures out of one thing of nail strips easily, and probably even 3 manicures if you could reseal them 2 times and they stayed fresh. So I told her, I was like, we can decide on what color we want to wear and share them during tax season or whatever, because she's going to need help putting them on, because just bonding time and stuff like that. So I just was laughing. I told her, I said, yes mom, that's whatever you want to order works for me. So anyway, I was going through that with her. Now I need to finish up this vlog, and I'm trying to multitask too. I'm writing down the stuff that I need from Walmart, because I'll probably go to Walmart tomorrow. B and I are hanging out tomorrow, and we'll probably get lunch and stuff. If we have a chance, I'll head to Walmart and get the stuff for the girls' party and all that, because I work on Friday and my only other day to go would be Saturday. So multitasking all the way around. Let's get in your car. See, come on. Oh, did you have a good day? Yeah. You did? A good day. Mommy. Can you get it, Mama? Yeah. Lay back. Sit back. Sit back. Day. How was y'all's day? Good. It was good? Yeah. Yay! Hi guys! Hi! Did you have a good day? Hi. Yeah. We're saying hi? Hi. You had a good day? Hi. She cried again when I picked her up. So sad. But then she didn't cry when it was not nap time. Okay, sit back and buckle.
Sissy kissy. Say more. Mommy, how is your workout?
Oh, we're going there now, Mama.
Yay!
She didn't want to be picked up today. Not like come home. She went from her classroom. She wanted to go into the big classroom to watch TV because they put on a show for them at 5 p.m. So Maddie had just walked into the
nap room.
The nap room. Mm-hmm.
No, not it. It's the TV room.
TV room. And they just put on a show, and as soon as she saw that they were in there, she was like, I go, and so she started melting down. She's like, okay, buckle, Mama, we gotta go.
Okay, Mommy.
Okay, so I got them. Now, oh look, Mommy has dinner, chips, and a PB&J.
Mommy, can you share with us?
Yep, no, for you guys. This is for y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Not for Mommy.
Thank you, Mommy.
A juice, some chips, and a PB&J for dinner.
Okay,
so that we can go get our fitness on.
Oh, Mommy, you're so sweet.
Yay!
My favorite tip.
Okay, you gotta sit down and buckle. You ready, Autumn? Mm-hmm.
Mommy, my favorite tip.
What do you say? You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, thanks, Maddie. Y'all are so sweet. So, winning tonight, the great mom goals of dinner.
Yep, great mom goals.
Whatever. Judge me if you want.
I'm not judging you, Mom.
Oh, thanks, Maddie. I appreciate that, Mama. No judgment from my girlies. All right, let's go get Big Sissy. Are you buckled?
Mommy, I need help opening this juice.
Okay, let me have it. I have not felt like I was going to throw up in a workout like since I started working out, and I literally wanted to cry. I was dying. I mean, you can't really tell by my shirt because it's dark gray, but I'm drenched. Like my entire body is drenched. It was 58 minutes of I'm shaking. I burned 864 calories, but it was like intense because there was many rest periods in there, because the way that snake pit works is you do 45 seconds in an exercise, you rest 15. 45 in an exercise, you rest 15, and after each cycle, you rest 2 minutes. So like in Zumba, I don't rest at all. And usually in an hour, I'll burn close to 1,000 calories or right over 1,000. This was like lots of rest periods where I was literally dizzy, felt like I was going to throw up. I was like, Mike, you're killing me. But it was really good. I love that workout. It goes by super quick. I love the circuit training. Everyone is so encouraging. Like, I almost wanted to cry because we had to run 3 laps and I was already like dying, and I ran my first lap, I walked my second, and I ran my last. And my last lap, I was the last person running, but I was okay with that. Everybody was cheering me on and it made me feel so good. And even though I felt like I was dying, I had a lot of support, and I'd never met those people except one girl. She was like, what's your name? I said, Melissa, and her name was Haley, and she was like so sweet. She was like, I remember you from Monday's class. You did so good. I'm so proud of you. And she was encouraging the whole time. She was like, don't give up, Melissa. I know you can do it. And she was leading the cheering, and I was just really grateful for that. And Mike was super supportive. He was like, if you have to modify anything, you take a break, like you do whatever. Because I always told him when we were working out, I'm scared to go to Snake Pit because I always feel like fit people are in there, and there are fit people, but there are unfit people just like me. And even though the 3 classes I've done, I've been the heaviest physical person, I've always not given up and given it my all. Even if I have to modify things, I never give up. So pretty proud of myself on that one, I gotta say. So anyway, now I am watching my big girl do some swim. Maddie and Autumn are in kids club, and on the desk is off at 7, so he's going to come and get them so they can go home and get ready for bed a little bit earlier. And while I wait here with Emmy, because she still has an hour to swim, so she's pretty excited for today too. It's good. It must be cold. Autumn, you say good night, see you tomorrow? Boo.
Yeah.
No, you're all done eating. You're all done eating, Mama, okay?
Night-night.
Night-night. Teeth? You're gonna go brush your teeth. I love you. Mwah.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Emma?
Good night. See you tomorrow. Maddie?
Maddie already said it. Boop! I am having a little protein shake for dinner tonight. I have one muscle milk left. This is the light version, so it has less calories, less fat, but also less protein. The Premiers have 30 grams. This is only 20. These are the bananas that I did the other day. Remember I was telling you guys if you just beat them hard enough, they break apart? Yeah, that's what they're doing. So I'll use 2 halves and 2 scoops of the PB organic. This one is from Costco. And this just has a little bit extra protein, some added calories, plus it gives peanut butter taste without putting a whole bunch of peanut butter in there. So that's what I'll have. And then I'm going to go take a shower because I feel disgusting. Okay, I'm home. Everyone is in bed. Everyone had, well, Emmy's homework and everything was done. She's having a hard time transitioning, which let me know if you guys have ever heard, because apparently Texas is transitioning. Oh, I probably shouldn't lay in my bed. I just thought about that. Apparently Texas in general is transitioning over to this type of math. I didn't grow up on this type of math. It's called Singapore math. So that's not how she learned how to do math. She learned like the rest of us learned, or I feel like how I learned. I don't know about everybody, but I mean, I grew up here in San Antonio, so the way that I learned how to do math is like 27 and then like 27 and then beneath it you write plus 14 and then a line. Did you guys learn like that? I feel like my generation at least learned like that. I don't know. I don't remember my mom ever telling me, I didn't learn how to do math like this. You know, you do the number over another number and you plus or minus it or whatever, like for basic math. Division and multiplication and fractions and stuff like that was a little bit different. And she's having a harder, Singapore math apparently makes you think a little bit more. It makes you use your brain. For me, my brain works in numbers. Just in general, I was always good at math. It was my most favorite subject. It still is as an adult. I love all things numbers. You guys know that if you've been watching me for a long time. You know that I do taxes every year. I can pretty much, as I've gotten older, my brain is a little bit slower than it used to be, but I can pretty much spout off any number within reason that you need me to. It's just how it is. I don't know. Not everyone likes math or enjoys math or is good at math at all. I know so many people that struggle and they rely on calculators or their fingers to count things out. Like they can't think in numbers. They may be good at something else, but numbers is not one of them. And I found growing up, you were either good at math, good at science, really great at history. Like for me, my downfall, the subject that I liked the least was history. The one that I was okay at, but not really. I mean, I made A honor roll, AB honor roll. Like I got really great grades, so I studied for them, but something that came naturally to me was math. Science I had to work for, like going for my nursing degree. I completely had to work for it. And history I like the least, and I couldn't probably tell you much about history, like when the wars were and all these things. And just because I'm not a history buff and I don't like history, I find it very boring. So, you know, some of you out there may be like, oh my god, I hate math, I suck at math, but I'm great at history. I can tell you when World War I started and who was in it and like all these things, and that's not me. It's just not me. So we all have our strengths and weaknesses. Emmy is great at all the subjects really. She's a well-rounded child, but as far as her learning goes, but she's struggling with the Singapore math as far as in her head. All of the things that they're trying to teach them to transition them over to Singapore math is basic stuff, basic. But because she's having to do it all in her head and all in blocks of some sort, I don't even know. I'm waiting to go to the training because she comes home with stuff and I'm like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know why they're making you do this. Like, that makes no sense to me. So I'm going to go to the training so that I can have a better understanding, because I want to be able to help her. But because of that, she'll do her homework on her own. And then when I go back and check it, a lot of times some of the problems are wrong. So it's been taking us a little while every night to kind of get through the homework and get things going. So she was up a little bit later, but it gave me some time to spend with her because today was hectic. I got them all from school and then we went straight to swim, and Andres picked up Maddie and Autumn early so that they could go to bed earlier, since Emmy and I didn't get home. Like, we got home, she had a snack, we had to finish up homework and then go to bed. So I mean, she was in bed still by probably 8:45, but that's late for her. Like, she'll probably wake up tired tomorrow. So I don't know, we'll see. I signed her up for swim for the rest of September and October, and we may kind of move things around after that if she doesn't want to continue to have late nights, or maybe we can switch it to like a dance class or something that's one night a week, or extracurriculars at school instead of swim. We'll have to see. She likes swim, but I can tell, I can just see it. You know, if I ask her, I'm like, are you sure you're okay with swim? Because I told her whenever she's tired of it, we'll drop it. Like, I'm not one of those parents that's like, you have to be in extracurriculars. Like, they're already in Girl Scouts. So to me, that's an extracurricular. We have a meeting once a month. We have an event once or twice a month. That's an extracurricular. They don't have to be doing something all the time. So I'm totally fine with her if she wants to drop it. And I told her before we signed up, I said, are you sure you want to keep going? She's like, I want to try for a little while longer. I said, okay. So luckily it's very cheap. So if she wants to not quit, but like, you know, give it up for a little while and maybe until summer again, she can if she wants to. So we'll have that discussion when the time comes. Right now she seems to be okay. I can just tell sometimes she's a little more tired than others. So we'll just kind of play it by ear, and we'll see how the work gets too, because man, I'm telling you, some of these homework assignments, I'm like, I feel dumb. And I would consider myself a fairly intelligent person. I'm actually considering going back to school for my master's and be a nurse practitioner. So I don't know. Like, I look at the homework and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? And especially things that I don't know, like her Latin homework. I'm like, I need Google Translator for this. So anyway, I went to go upload the vlog for tonight, and then I also sat there and answered questions from Autumn's first day vlog, first day of preschool, and then the what I ate for dinner vlog. You guys had some really, or not the vlog, yeah, well, I mean the video that I uploaded on my vlog channel for what I ate for dinner. You guys had some really great questions and lots of curiosity about Autumn's school. I don't know why that's like such a huge debate for everybody, but I don't know. I feel like if you have a question, ask. Like, I'm not sure why people feel the need to go and answer other people's questions rudely and just be ugly people. I don't really get it. I don't get it. The world sucks. I don't know what it's turning into. Speaking of that, on another note, my heart and my thoughts and prayers are out there for you guys. If you live anywhere on the East Coast where Hurricane Florence is going to affect you, I'm hoping and praying that everyone stays safe, and if you've been told to evacuate, you're smart and evacuate. No belonging is worth your life, your kids' lives, your animals' lives, nothing. Please, please, please get to a safe area. Here's my thing on those kinds of natural disasters and the bad things that keep happening in the world. I kind of have a theory about this, and I probably am wrong. Like, I feel like the world is just going to crap, as everyone says, so that is probably what's happening. But I don't watch the news. I follow news reports online. I follow Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, which is actually a decent place to get updates and things like that, but I do not watch the news daily. I will watch it if there is something going on in the world, or like a natural disaster and things like that, but I don't regularly watch the news every day. And maybe that's wrong of me, but I probably never will, because I'm the type of person that will run things through my head. Oh my gosh, somebody got murdered on a cruise ship. That would now be running through my head. You know, just like things like that. So, which actually, funny enough, that happened to Miss Gold Girl and I found out about social media. So that wasn't really a good example. But do you understand what I'm saying? I think about the bad things in the world, and then it'll keep me up at night just thinking. So I try not to watch. I try to be as oblivious to those types of things, kind of, because I feel like anything that's really big will get out on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. For instance, I saw now in San Antonio, and this is probably happening everywhere for sex trafficking, at Target. I mean, a Target that I frequent off of 151. Wait, was it the right one? Yeah, I think 151. I go to that one quite frequently. Apparently there are guys walking around checking out women with children. You know, like that kind of stuff is terrifying to me. Terrifying. So I appreciate that kind of news, but my theory is there has always been super bad things in the world, lots of bad people, lots of awful, tragic things that have gone on in the world, but because of how big social media is, we have more access to it. Whereas before social media, the only way that you saw all those bad things that happen was via the news or the radio news or whatever. So if you didn't watch the news every day, there was not another platform for you to go to where you would see something. For instance, a school shooting. If you don't watch back in the day when Columbine happened, it was all over the papers, it was all over the news. But if you don't read the paper or watch the news, you didn't know about it unless somebody else told you. Because back then, maybe I'd have to look up the year, maybe MySpace was out, I don't really know. But MySpace was different than like Facebook. Facebook wasn't there, or maybe it was, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I didn't join Facebook until I think 2006 or 2007. So for me, things like 9/11, I lived it because we watched the news. We turned on the news in Spanish class that day. So we lived it, but had nobody turned on the news, we would have only heard from word of mouth. I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known anything about it. Whereas now, you turn on Facebook and it's like, you log into your Facebook and you can scroll down and people are sharing. That's how I found out about the sex traffickers at Target. I saw an article where KSAT 12 reported it, you know, things like that. So, well, it wasn't KSAT 12, but it was via KSAT 12 from a person that experienced these people walking around. So I just feel like if it weren't for social media, and now on that note, there are probably way too many people like myself that rely on social media to tell them what's going on in the world. Does that make sense? Like, I don't educate myself when it comes to politics because I'm not a huge political person. I don't educate myself when it comes to most natural disasters unless it's directly affecting my area, which things like this hurricane, I don't know exactly what's going on with it, but I know enough to keep myself informed and to know that I need to keep you guys in my thoughts and prayers that are in that area. Because is it affecting me right now? No. All we're getting, and I don't even know if it's directly from that, all we're getting is rain. We're not flooded. We're not anything crazy right now. So I hope that makes sense. I feel like I'm just rambling, but I feel like that. I feel like there have always been so many bad things in the world. You just don't hear about them. You never heard about them because it wasn't so publicly, like your news, for instance. I think the news plays at like 8, 9, and 10 here, but it's San Antonio news. So I know there's a time where they play like nationwide news, but I don't even know when that is. So if I wasn't watching the news or on social media, I wouldn't know what's going on in the world. I would have no idea that there is a hurricane that could possibly damage the majority of the East Coast and inland from there. I know that because of social media, because I've watched the reports on it on Facebook, because I like the Weather Channel app. or the Facebook page. So I'm getting updates on it. But if I didn't have Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, I would have no idea. I'd be oblivious to what's going on. No clue. So that's my theory, is because of social media, we are more widely aware of things that are going on around in the world, good and bad, versus years ago when there was no social media, you had to read a paper or watch the news. So I feel like more people were oblivious to what was going on. I don't know. And that's why I always say, like, sometimes ignorance is bliss. Not always. Not always. I'm not talking about all situations. So no one get offended, because I am definitely not talking about all situations. But sometimes it's good to be a little innocent sometimes. You know, like with our kids, we don't want our kids to know about all these bad things that are going on in the world. We don't want them to grow up too fast. It's nice to have that innocence. So every once in a while, ignorance is bliss. And I always think about, like, when I had Maddie, I knew a little bit about labor and delivery because I had just finished nursing school, but I didn't know enough. I didn't know about a lot of the risks and things like that because I didn't work in it. Ignorance is bliss. Now, when I had a miscarriage and then I had Autumn, I was terrified the entire pregnancy. I was terrified during delivery, and I didn't express that very much, but I was absolutely terrified because I knew all the bad things that could happen. I knew all of them, and I just kept thinking it was going to happen to me. And so that first time, I got to enjoy it a little bit more. Even though I was scared, I got to enjoy it a little bit more because I didn't know everything that could happen to me, and it made the experience a little bit better. So that's what I mean when I say ignorance is bliss. Anyway, I'm going to bed. Well, I'm gonna take a shower and then go to bed because tomorrow I'm going to take a rest day. I'm not going back to the gym. I am sore. I got my butt kicked today. Like, my lungs hurt from breathing so hard. My whole body hurts, but it was a great workout. Totally worth it. So yeah, I'm taking a rest day tomorrow. I'm gonna take a shower tonight so I can sleep good tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today, and we will see you tomorrow.